and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. There's nothing but competition. It's out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Love is Blind, y'all. The Love is Blind reunion.
Yeah, man, we finally made it, man. Was it what you thought it was gonna be?
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain parts I don't care about, and it's only because I haven't watched other seasons. Like, I don't care about them catching them on couples I don't know. But I'm sure that meant something to everybody else.
Yeah, they always do that or whatever. And I guess it's just a part of like so it's like we real big fans of certain shows, and if they brought people back, like the Martin reunion shows, it's like nigga, bring Nipsey, bring fucking, you know what I mean, bring everybody back. I don't give a fuck about just the main cast. Bring Miss Jerry back if she was living. You know what I mean? Like we want to see everything. So if you a big, I'm just a casual watcher of this show. I like it, you know what I mean, but it's like I don't need everything. I don't care about last season. I don't care about what they're doing now.
Right. So it's like that's not really a complaint. It's more like I didn't care about that part.
Yeah.
My wife did piss me off while we was watching it, though, and I hope she listened to us, because we was watching the whole thing, and then right when I'm waiting for what's the dude's name I said was fucked up for talking to the daddy and then saying no.
That's Tim.
So right when Tim part coming up, she like, can you go give me some wine? I'm like, no, the fuck I can't, because we sat here through this whole thing. They talk about couples I don't give a fuck about. You could have been like, can I get you wine then? Don't wait for the part. Though, to be like, oh, right here, can you go give me? No, I can't go nowhere right now.
Oh shit. Yeah,
but they gave me everything I wanted in here, and they confirmed everything I felt. Even for what's the nigga name? The one you call the killer,
Tyler.
Even for Tyler redeemed himself. So I was right in my feelings towards Tyler, man.
Did he?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he did.
That nigga gonna redeem a damn thing.
He did, man. So the fact that
manipulated that girl.
No, he didn't. And this is what I'm saying. So, he didn't, man. I believe him. I knew you wasn't gonna believe him because you think he'd kill her. But I believe him, man. I believe him. And I believe because she's the one who said it. Like, he told me about everything. But he was saying, I agreed with what he said, because he was like, I didn't want to put it out there. He was like, I don't want the world doing what they did essentially anyway. Like, he didn't want them searching it up, and that nigga said the birth certificates is online. He like, they just fucked up these kids' lives. So I felt him on that.
If you don't want it to go that far, period, you do not be on TV, bro. Like, it just is what it is. People are gonna find you.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Everybody got delusions.
Yeah, it's just like, it's literally, people are gonna find you no matter what you do, whatever mistake you make in life, bro. People are gonna find you. They're gonna dig up dirt. He didn't have to tell her a goddamn thing. He could have told her off camera, and then when she said, well, just do it anyway to make the experience, like, no, I don't want my kids out there. I'm telling you right here, right there. He decided.
I don't think they did it for the experience. They did it more so because it was going to come out anyway. Niggas,
that's what she said.
Females be messy. It's like, so imagine he went through the whole show and didn't mention no kids. Somebody knows about that situation. and somebody gonna put it out there like, "Ooh, Tyler ain't shit. She's stupid." Like, Tyler got kids, and he ain't even say nothing about it. People are gonna do that. So it's like, at some point, you have to mention it.
Come on, man, this is crazy.
I believe him, man. I fuck with Tyler again, man. Tyler's a real dude.
You go on a dating show to where you know the dating is. If you've seen the show before, you know that they're all in your business. You got to meet all of these different people. All of this shit's gonna come out regardless, man.
Yes,
you can't
and that's why you gotta get in front of it.
You can't hold back. If he would have been like, "Hey, I have some gay friends that I gave a baby in the pod," it would have been fine. Like, I don't think nothing would have came of that. Like, I was a donor, but nigga, you waited until literally the end to be hey,
I believe it.
Yeah, for sure. I got him. So after that, you might as well tell the truth about it fully and not lie about it, because now you look crazy. So I don't believe it.
I believe him, man.
Yeah,
I believe. I feel you on that. This is a show. This is regardless what's gonna come out is gonna come out. But I believe he taught her everything and said, "Fuck the camera. I'm telling you everything. That's all that matters." I feel him on that. I fuck with Tyler, man. I don't care what you talking about, nigga. You don't got it. Like,
you start kicking it with him, I'm not kicking it with y'all.
Oh, you gonna be there? Nigga, let's Brian, man. We going fishing.
Brian. You'll be like, "Where my wallet?" I'm like, "I told you, motherfucking ass nigga, I can't." One day you just go, "Where my wallet at?" It's like, "Who was the last person in your car?" I was kicking it with Tyler's.
I'll fuck with Tyler, man.
Nigga show up to your house next week with J's on. Nigga have one J's until you start kicking it with you. Oh man, that nigga got her. Nigga, they glazed over that shit. That shit was wild as hell. I didn't care after that. I was just like, "Oh shit, she happy with it. Fuck it."
I'm saying you have to. If she's saying it, it's not just. If he would have did what you said, like if he was just mainly talking and spinning that shit, it would be different. She jumped out there and was like, "Nah, this is what it is." He told me everything.
Yeah,
we talked about it. I told him we need to say something. She said, "I told him we need to bring it out." He was like, "I don't want to say shit."
Yeah, he made her do that shit.
No. Nah.
They grabbed her by her chin and shit like, "Hey, when we get up there, watch your motherfucking mouth."
No.
Oh shit.
Nah.
Hey man, you know
let's get to this weirdo nigga.
Come on, Ramses.
Yeah, fuck Ramses still.
That nigga cut off them goddamn jump ropes. Nigga, everybody was talking about that nigga. He was like, "Fuck this." that nigga said, "Fuck my journey." Cut these motherfuckers off. Oh shit. That's funny.
Yeah. Hey, fuck that nigga still. He's still full of shit. He's still full of shit. And she confirmed, like, yeah, she was fucking him. So I feel like my theory was correct. He just wanted to keep fucking.
That nigga's just a weird. He's probably just a weirdo altogether, man. Like I don't know, man. I think this whole show, sometimes you really got to understand what it is to be like, you're not just, "Oh, we gonna be together." Like, you about to marry this person. I think he was having so much fun that he forgot the actual point of the show. Like, you got to be with this woman forever.
I just think he liked fucking. So I feel like he went maybe with the right intentions. But then it's like, I don't even think he was in love with her like he was saying. So you ever met a nigga that just agree with everything? Like, while you're talking, this nigga's nodding his head before you even finish your sentence. Like that shit like that annoys me. You were like, yeah, I'm just saying, so you can't come in there and I completely understand. No, I agree. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
They agree with me, niggas.
Yeah.
He's one of them niggas. It's like, he feels a different way, but in the moment, he don't want to ruin the mood. I don't say ruin the mood. He wants to be down so bad, he's just gonna keep agreeing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he loved her. I think he felt like she was probably the coolest in there, in the pod. But then when he saw her, he was like, "Well, god damn, she bad."
Yeah, a lot of shit. It's like she bad. I don't agree with how bro went about things, but I do think he came in there for the right reasons. I just think
Mm-hmm.
everything down the line, like you have to think about, like when you date somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the shit that they do would throw you off, and we're just like, shit, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I've dated somebody before to where it was just like, I could do this. And then the next day I was like, I can't do this. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like it
Right.
was just if something happened in that time, he probably was having a ball in the pods, right? Ball, y'all on vacation, you having a good time, them living together, them having like probably crazy sex, and then it's just like the realness come in, right? Like religion and work and beliefs and your parents and how they feel, and this is your life now, and you got to put all of these things together in a small amount of time and realize if you can do it or not. So really, he followed what it's about, because you can say no at the altar. He could have did that.
You absolutely could, but what I'm saying is, if you felt, I'll put myself in it. If I feel that strongly, then I don't care what I liked about you. If I feel that strongly about something about you that I cannot stand, I don't give a fuck what I like about you. I got to stop it here. I got to erase. I can't keep ignoring these feelings.
That's what he did.
No, he was still fucking up
I
until
mean,
the end.
you're not
I
gonna
think
fuck.
I'm not. I'm saying if I felt that strongly, I wouldn't be there no more.
I mean, I felt like he left at like the time. It was probably like the wrong time for her, of course, because it's getting close. But he still dipped out before they went through the whole process of the wedding.
If you was a super duper crip, I'm talking about C4 crip.
Off the bat.
If you was that, and she's a treetop Pyru until she dies. And in the moment of y'all conversation, she say a word you can't stand. And you feel strongly about it. You give a hint at even feeling strongly about it. This was their army conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not something you could just get over. That's her true feelings. That's not saying I don't like cooking with onions. She's saying, nigga, I love the army. He's saying I hate the army essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something you can get past. That's not something like, well, let me see if there's anything else. No, nigga, you feel strongly about that. You can see it in the reactions. This is where he draws the line. He even tells her friends, like, I don't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What I'm saying is the reason why he blew past that is because he liked fucking her. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He loved the sex. Everything that annoyed him, he ignored because he liked fucking. It came to that last day, like, I'm gonna do this before we even get to the altar. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't get married to you, and I'm gonna make up some bullshit why. Even though the reality is, I don't like your personality. I don't like what you stand for. I don't like your mama. I don't like nothing about you really, other than the fact that we have sex and have fun.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, fuck this whole he played the show by the book shit. Fuck the whole we got a time frame. No, nigga, you didn't like her when she said the army shit. That was enough to let you know I cannot spend forever with you, but you didn't say nothing because you liked fucking her.
Well, I agree up until the point to where the army came through, because it's like with the army situation, right? It was he felt strongly about it, but she wasn't like till I die army, right? Like she was like, this is just how I grew up. It wasn't
No,
like
she said till I died.
she wasn't throwing it in his face like that, especially
She
when they were
wasn't.
sitting at the table. She was just like, hey, this is what I did, and I'm gonna tell my kids, of course, that I went to the army because this is a part of me. Like you can't help how you grew up. You know what I mean? But she wasn't on that nigga's helmet about it like, shoot, oh yeah, we gonna have an American flag in our yard.
It's like you ignoring what I'm saying.
I didn't ignore it. I didn't ignore it
Yeah,
all.
you did. Listen to what I'm saying. She said she didn't dismiss it like you trying to do right now. She didn't dismiss it like I can't help it. I grew up. No, she said I stand for the troops. She said that I love the troops. That's what she said verbally. I stand for the troops. That don't have nothing to do with what you did. She like, I stand. This is what I love. I stand for it. And you seen it burning in his mind. He like, it's burning him up. He like, I don't stand for that. But he's trying to play it cool.
So did she say till I die, or did she say I stand for the troops? Because you said she was like, "Oh, I'm with this till I die." Because she didn't say that.
She did say that, and then she reconfirmed it with her friends. When they met her friends, they like, we both went to the army. It's kind of like this is, and that's when they asked her like, when you have kids, are you going to tell them what you stand? Because this is us. She like this. We are the army. We love the army. This is our thing.
Yeah, I don't recall her being on it like that. I just recall her saying that this is what I did as a part of me. I don't recall her being like on his like, yo, if you ain't with this, you know what I mean? It's almost like
She didn't say that.
Yeah, it felt like she was a part of it. Like that was, hey, like, yeah, I was a part of this at some point, but it didn't seem like till I die, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I stand tall on America with all the shit that we do. Like she almost disagreed with some of the shit that was going on. So she was still playing towards how he felt about it. She was just like, okay, well, I mean, I understand that, and you know, what I mean, I don't agree with this, that, and the other. I don't feel like she was on it like that to me.
So this was the back and forth. This is where they came to the back and forth, and some of his personality was finally revealing. When she was like, she was saying, like you said, she didn't like what the army was doing. She didn't like the war. She didn't like killing people. But she was like, we didn't really have a choice. And he kept saying, you do have a choice. He's like, you signed up for it. And she's like, yeah, we signed up. Because she kept trying to make it, she kept saying, I love the troops. I don't like the war. She was standing on that. She don't have the personality to be barking at him. Like if this was Melissa, man, barking that shit. Like I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. She don't have the personality to do that. But she's letting them know, like, I'm gonna forever love the army. I don't love what they're doing. I don't love the war part, but I'm going to forever love the army.
Yeah.
And his thing is, if you love the army, then you love all the bullshit that comes with it. Because he kept saying you signed up. You can't say that if you signed up for it. Like you can't say I love the army but don't love what they do. So that was their back and forth.
Yeah. No, I got that part. But I don't know. I guess it's just my opinion on how I feel like he went about it. Like it's all bad at the end of the day, but the show is unorthodox. It ain't right. The way it's put together is like these decisions are fucked up no matter what. Like after you beat and you find this out, he just like shit. Well, maybe. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta think this is a real human experience. This is not, it's not AI, it's not fake. This nigga hit and was just like, well, maybe. Maybe I could.
No, so I think it's like
deal with it.
We both can't read their minds. So I'm not reading neither one of their minds. Just from what the feel I got and reading personalities, he just liked fucking. And he wanted to keep fucking her.
I'm not taking that away from you.
I'm telling you, that's what it boils down to.
I don't think that was all of it, though. I think it was a lot. I think it had a lot to do with the mom. It had a lot to do with her beliefs, and he had to think about shit. Do I want to be with this person? Because he started to, like his reasoning of like, oh, like your energy was too much. That was weird. That's weirdo stuff. Like now you're lying. He was lying on that part.
So, so what I'm saying is. So this is the timeline I got. They met in the pods. He liked her. He saw her in person. He really liked what he saw. They immediately, when they got to wherever they got, the fucking was happening.
Yeah.
Immediately. Everybody's living on top because everybody still got the mask on. Everybody still got the representative. We love everything about each other because we're still showing that positivity side. The real conversation happened with the army. Then it was like, I don't like her as much as I did. And on top of that, I can't see myself marrying her
into the family as well.
No, that's later on. That has nothing to do. The army shit happened first. The army conversation happened before meeting the family, before all of that shit. The army conversation happened first. So I think his feelings were confirmed. His feelings from not marrying her were confirmed right there. But he liked fucking. I literally feel like he just liked the sex. I literally feel like that. So anything that happens after that, it kind of don't matter. Because now I'm just playing the role until. Because ain't no way in hell. So any nigga with any self-respect, you're not gonna sit here and be and get your personality, face, presentation, everything bashed in by this woman you just met. As a man, I'm talking about that at that point with the mama. But the whole time she's talking, he niggas like, yeah, absolutely. Prenup, okay, of course, because I'm not marrying your daughter. I'm just playing this game all the way to the end. This is just personally how I feel. I feel like that Army conversation, because that was the very first disagreement they had, was the Army conversation. And I feel like at that point he knew he wasn't marrying her, not even thinking about it. He knew there was no more confirmation needed. I'm not marrying this motherfucker. That's a strong. They felt strong about their stance in that. He wasn't budging on that shit. He didn't even in that moment. He didn't do this shit that he normally does. Yeah, I understand. No, that nigga was just like, "What do you? You can't keep saying that." He was getting irritated. Like, you can't keep saying they didn't have a choice. They signed up for the shit. And she's like, I know, but you gotta understand. And he's still like, no, I don't understand none of that. I don't fuck with none of that. His stance was strong. So the rest of the shit, it really don't matter.
So you feel like was it the sex or was it the Army conversation or just both together?
That's two different things. What you talking about?
So you think that he stayed because of the sex,
Mm-hmm.
but he left because of the Army conversation?
I think he left because he didn't love her, but he loved the sex.
Oh no,
I think he didn't love. I think he liked her very much in the pods. He saw her, and it's just like that. So he liked her in the pods. He saw her, and she looks like Megan Good in his mind. Like, oh goddamn.
Yeah.
And immediately you jump on top of each other, and then you get the sex of it. Like, oh shit! Like everything is great with this. Army conversation is reconfirmation because he doesn't love her. Confirmation that I don't even like you as much as I thought I liked you, but I did like you a lot, but not as much as I thought I liked you. He didn't in the pod. He wasn't the ones I was like, oh yeah, he loves her. No, he didn't.
I don't think none of them niggas loved any of them women. I don't think none of the
I
women
do.
loved these guys. I think it was all bullshit. I think it's just what you have to say.
No, I think so. With Tyler, I think Tyler loved her.
Because you know you can't go on the trip without saying I love you. So it's just like they probably were just like, yeah, I love you, like my best friend. All this, I feel like all this shit is a mix between reality and just like, hey, we on TV. Let's let's run it.
I mean, I mean, if that's how you feel, but I don't. I feel like I can read the personalities and see who really love who. That just me. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing, but I can see it. I can see it when it's happening.
These niggas are good actors.
Nah, I don't think it's that. Or it could be. If they are, they fooling the fuck out of me. But I just read them. I read the people that's in there, and from the jump, Rams, I was like, this nigga is not. First of all, he's not compatible with her, and he don't feel like he's saying he feels about her. That white dude loved her.
You talking about
that read the books with her. That motherfucker loved her.
I thought he was. I think he was.
That's. Dude, what do you think about Ramses?
Ramses it's hard to tell with them type of niggas. Ramses got a lot going on. Ramses got a lot going on, man.
So we can talk about somebody else.
Nikki D and Hannah. How'd you feel like that whole conversation with? Because I was at first I was just like, man, Hannah is a sucker, man. Like I swear to God, like her saying all the shit that she said, I would have got on her helmet so hard. Just anything that I had on her, I would have got on it. Just because I felt like she wasn't apologetic at all. And she was just like her and Marissa like having their little sidebars and shit like that. Oh, this is my best friend and talking. Man, I'd have went off on the TV.
Oh, that's irritating as fuck. Cause it's like, hey, me knowing you would have fired on Rams, this nigga right there.
As soon as he would have been just like, yeah, you said it, like nigga. Your thong wearing ass up.
I think you would have wanted to fade Ramses and Steven. Because it's just like, nigga, you literally could have been like Tyler and them and not said nothing.
Nothing.
Like literally, no. I even liked what's dude, the white dude with the long hair now?
Yeah.
When that nigga said, yeah, this conversation is real mature, we should just move on to something else.
Yeah.
That would have been my energy. Like, I'm not getting involved with you because they like everybody up here knows it. I don't got shit to do with what y'all talking about. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But Steven, like, yeah, he said it. Nigga, what are you trying to win right now?
Yeah, that's why you don't tell nobody. Like when you dating somebody, you don't tell everything like that. Like you got to keep some of that because it's like he told like this supposed to be his boy group, or whatever. Those are his homies, and they telling all of their new girlfriends all of this information that he's saying, and he thinking he got homies to be like shit. We cool, we hung out together, everything like that. And they just like, yeah, he said that shit.
It's
that
like
Hannah was a 5.
The real homies was the one who didn't say nothing.
Yeah, Garrett and Tyler.
Steven and Ramses and Tim. Yeah. Steven and Ramses up there running their mouth. Nigga, like, what did they got on y'all the way? Neither one of y'all was with the girl y'all was with.
Both of the niggas under hot water was talking shit. It was already fucked up. They already gonna have a bad night. It was just like,
get it with it. They like the police caught us.
Yeah, it was like, come get us
under the car. The police caught us.
Exactly. They both kind of caved in on that nigga. I don't know. I feel like that whole Hannah shit it just had me hot because, like, yeah, whatever he said about being like the most famous person, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, what that got to do with everything else that we did?
Shit to do with it.
Yeah,
that was nothing to do with it.
Whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, you called me names, but you were still a bitch no matter what. Like, that's facts. And she wanted him to admit. She didn't want him to come out, like, because I guess online everybody's like, oh, poor Nikki, poor Nick, this, that, and the other, right? And she didn't like that. And while which is kind of funny though, because I do feel like he was trying to come out like the one that, you know, hey, I didn't do nothing. She did this to me. He was probably getting hella love in the comments, like, oh, don't let her talk to you like that. So he was probably loving that shit. And he always was just like, I don't want this to take anything away from Hannah's character. She's so this, that, and that. She was like, nigga, shut up. You like the picture, nigga, when somebody says something. Like, she was on that nigga helmet. And he was like, but I was just, he didn't know what to say.
Hey, at that point, I would have did just what he did. Because I'm going to bask in it. Because you keep talking shit. You act like a bitch. I'm not responding to none of your negative, because if I respond, it's just like, oh, damn, like, why he get at her like that? Yeah. Nah, I'm going to let you keep digging your grave. And then you come up here, you doing the same shit up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a fucking grenade. That's why I'm thinking. Yeah, I told them that. You look like a grenade because you had those fucking suspenders on them overalls on. Why'd you come dressed like that? You look like a fucking grenade. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, well, I got nothing to lose right now.
To call somebody a grenade is crazy because I just like the shape of a grenade and her shape. That's crazy.
It was more so them fucking suspenders she had on.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like how she was coming at him, and she kept on saying that she was direct. That's the type of person that you never want to be with, somebody that can't apologize, somebody that don't see that they're wrong. I'm just direct. Well, how about I be direct?
You don't want
me to be direct, because I'm direct on a whole nother level. I'm not direct. I try my hardest not to be direct with people, even when they direct with me, because they ain't gonna take it the way I take it.
You don't want me to streamline my thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather keep it all right here, because as soon as I go direct, ain't no turning back. You gonna want to kill me.
Filter this shit like I've been doing. Because if I start getting direct, you are not gonna. I don't like how big you are. I don't like that you sound like a bitch. I don't like that you unemployed. I don't like none of that shit. Like, what if I take it there? Now you on TV crying. I can't believe he said that to me.
Yeah, he'd be like, you want to know why I don't eat your pussy? You want to know? You want to know?
I'm Nikki D. I'm hip slick and I don't take no shit. That's what I told the bitch. That's what I told the bitch.
Man, they would have been on her helmet, but yeah, I ain't like that. They made that nigga look crazy on TV. He probably thought he was gonna go in there and get love, but he lost. He lost partners.
No, he had love. He had love until he got jumped by the girls.
Yeah,
and when niggas help, those are the worst type of niggas. Shut the fuck up. You're not gaining shit by helping in this situation. Yeah, bro. It's time to just keep it real, bro. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
They caught us. Just like you said. They got us.
Fuck up. Steven, like, yeah, why are you being nigga? She's on TV clowning you. She's on TV clowning you. Why are y'all helping them clown me? Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
This nigga Tyler was just like.
I was just like, I got away. My portion of the show was over with. He was probably happy that they did it first. It was just like, yeah, it's between me and her. And what you guys don't know is, we've had this conversation, and it's just
get that shit out of here. Yeah,
like, yeah, all right, nigga.
But
she just rubbing his leg. It's like, yes, baby, I know.
Hey, let's get to Tim zesty ass.
That nigga is the I don't know this nigga ever. What's he talking about? This guy, like, this nigga kept on doing it every time she talked. She just
that nigga was so appalled by everything that was said on that stage.
I wanted that. I want that nigga to say something so bad. When she was just like, "You met my dad." Man, fuck your dad. I don't give none of that shit.
Oh,
I thought that nigga was gonna go off on her. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
But
that nigga was just like, you went to sleep, like the whole going to sleep thing. Like, I don't.
Nigga said, "Fuck your dad."
Man, I thought he was gonna go off because she was just
I'll
kept
beat
on
your
saying,
brother's ass, this nigga.
You said that with my dad. Was like, man, fuck all your shit. I spit in y'all food. I thought he was gonna go off.
What you saying?
When she broke that, I still don't understand their full story and what happened and why they were so mad at each other about like I get the you didn't call me and then this, that, and the other, but it's like that her taking an hour nap before going to work is not as crazy as I thought it was. Like how she broke it down. If that's what really happened, it's not that crazy. It's just like, especially if you did it in a polite way, like, hey, cameras are off. I gotta go to work in an hour. Can I get a nap? You know what I mean? Depending on how she did it. If she just disappeared, maybe could be kind of rude.
Yeah. Everything they said transpired, confirmed everything I thought about this nigga. Like, when you was talking about Tyler being a spitter, this nigga is a dreidel. This nigga is the king of the spinners, nigga. He tried to spin every story that was told. That nigga said, what you didn't tell him is you didn't get home till 4 a.m. the night before. She was looking like, what? She looked around like, what are you talking about? You didn't tell him that part. I was like, this nigga sound like Martin Luther King up there. Can I explain? You're gonna let me talk? You don't look a man in the face and call him a bitch. How do you? I was like, the way he was talking right there, I can give you the whole rundown of how that situation happened in Mexico. I can give you the entire, just by the zestiness in his reactions to everything she was saying. I can give you the whole, I guarantee. So she was going through it. Her daddy's in a fucking hospital. She's stressed out. She probably went in that bathroom, was like, I just need a minute alone.
Yeah.
This nigga walking behind her, what's wrong? Can you just tell me, please? I'm saying, so what? I'm supposed to just go out there while my fiance's on the ground crying? And she like, please, because she said I tried to cover his mouth because the cameras out there. I didn't want him to look bad because he in there going off.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can't just tell me. So she probably got fed up. Like, you sound like a little bitch right now.
Wow.
That nigga said, oh.
I'm leaving.
I'm getting my own room tonight. Fuck you. I can't do this. I guarantee that was that nigga's reaction.
That sounds very accurate.
I guarantee that was that nigga's reaction. I guarantee it, nigga. That was the reaction. And she's just like, I just tried to take a moment for myself. That's all I wanted. But I could see him being like, you need to tell me something right now. I need to know right now what the fuck your problem is. And then, but what I was saying before on the last podcast, that should have been enough for him to be like, I don't want to marry you and be serious about it. That was enough. If that situation hurt, because he kept going back to, you call a man a bitch. If that was your trigger, that should have been it.
Yeah.
She like, you riding with me to go meet my mom and daddy, my parents and my brother, talking about how you're unsure. But then you get in front of my daddy and read that whole fucking letter. Read the whole letter. You do all of this shit after you say you unsure. It's like you full of shit. You bullshitting.
Yeah. I don't know, his whole deal is kind of strange. Like all of that.
He's
like,
weird.
Yeah, he's like a little bit of a weirdo when it comes to that, because you can tell he's the type to blow up small situations. Like a hand over your mouth is not assault. The nigga was just like, she assaulted me. This is like, nigga, she probably just said, yo, calm down. Like, I want the producer. She said, you hit me. Probably bit his lip. Bitch, I'm bleeding.
She struck me, and I want the police called right now. I need my own room. I can't stay in here. She said the producers broke through the door to come that nigga dance.
Bitch. You hit me in my chest. I think I'm bleeding in my chest. I was just having too much fun. She said, oh shit.
She said he was getting so loud the producers was trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Like what's going on? So that lets you know he was going off. She said, I just tried to cover your mouth because I didn't want them to think you was doing nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. You don't call a man a bitch.
Now all of that shit, like, really, I don't know, like the whole Mexico thing. She was probably like, this nigga in here fucking whimpering and shit. Like, I gotta come in here and hug. Got to come in here and hug on this nigga. He was like, I started to. Now you got me talking like that shit. It was like I started to leave. This has been our last conversation. Yeah. At first I was on the side before I knew exactly what happened.
I'm telling you, I be reading these motherfuckers, man. I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened. That nigga is zesty. That nigga needs a woman that's gonna run behind him and do everything he says. That's what he wants, and she ain't that. Yeah. She down there like, I beat this nigga ass. I even agree with what's her name? Whispered to her. What's the white girl that went with Ron? She whispered to him. She was like his conversation is going nowhere because that nigga was talking off the ledge.
Talking about Leo's girl.
Leo's girl.
I think her name was Brittany.
Because she whispered it, she was just like, "This he's going nowhere with this." Because that nigga was just like, "I'm just saying," and she's not saying she got home at 4 a.m. She's not telling y'all that part, and she's like, "Nigga, that wasn't even the same day." He's like, "I didn't say it was the same day." She's like, "That's exactly what you just said."
Yeah, I think the whole sidebar conversations was the most funniest because you couldn't hear them, but you knew they was talking shit.
Yeah, you can see the words. They put the words at the bottom.
Man, this motherfucker out here. Oh man,
nah, that nigga's a weird. Tim is a weirdo, man.
Yeah, the whole Garrett situation. What do you think about that? That nigga, he low key, not Garrett. I'm sorry, Steven. The nigga blew up. He was just like, y'all not gonna believe me anyway. So,
hey, I want to say, Steven was full of shit up until he said all of that. When they was like, can you explain what happened? He said, I don't know why y'all want me to explain. He said, I apologize to her. I apologize to everybody. I went to therapy and apologize. It don't fucking matter. Yeah. He's like, no matter what I say up here, y'all don't believe shit I'm saying. I was like, that nigga got a point.
He got good friends. Somebody was just like, nigga, just go up there and just, hey, you admit that shit, nigga, you fucked up.
Yeah. He said, I fucked up. What else do you want?
Like, they're not going to believe you. Tell them they ain't going to believe you. Like, because really, what do you want me to come in here and say?
And then what's the name tried to hold on to the fact that nigga said I wrote a letter to her parents. I knew you were going to say that. Soon as you gave me that letter, I knew you were going to bring that up. What does that matter, nigga? He wrote the letter. Nigga, what the fuck?
I have to write shit.
I didn't have to say shit to your parents. I didn't even meet them.
Exactly. Yeah, man. That shit was that was the best thing he could have did just to get it hit. That whole shit when he was just like, I don't mind it being compared to me. He shouldn't have said that at all. That was retarded. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that where I cut that out. But him saying that was stupid. He was just in there it almost seemed like he could low-key have redeemed himself with Monica if he would have probably told her this. Like, I'm sure they had the conversation when they went on that dinner, because the fact that they had a dinner, I'm sure that conversation was way calmer than how she was on the reunion, because they already met up and talked about the shit.
But he said, who was that who said, I've seen her a couple times after that? Like, they were still kicking it after. I think it was them, right?
Yeah, it was them.
I know Melissa and Nikki D did too, because that nigga was like, why was you at my apartment after that? Or why was you at my house after that?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like, don't get on TV and act like you was done with me that day.
Yeah, like we've had conversations, we talked, so now you want to get loud, talking about how direct you are. But yeah, the whole Steven thing, I'm sure he broke it down. Like, look, I feel like his story made sense though. It's just like, you had a sleep study, and they could probably scroll on somebody in his DMs, say some shit to him, and he just responded to him. He's dumb for not deleting it. But
it was longer. It was more than a response, though. You could tell.
Well, she said it was all right. So when you have a thread with somebody, that thread can go back 2 or 3 years or whatever, right? So he'd been talking to the girl for a while. So him being in the sleep study, I don't know what happened there. I was like, I wasn't there. I just know that.
No, he said what happened.
Like she was saying something. She had reached out to him about fetishes, and he just responded with all of them. You know what I mean? Which is emotional cheating or whatever, right? Like he shouldn't have done that in a relationship, about to get married, engaged, or whatever. That was out of pocket. So he got caught for it. But does that mean he's a bad person? Because he technically didn't do it. He just was saying that he flirted too much. Like in a real marriage, that could have been worked out.
It's in the eyes of the person you with. It's situation based. Like because he said the girl was the conversation was innocent. And then he said the girl said, "Oh yeah, I discovered some new fetishes." And he was like, well, "What are those?" And then she started naming them. And then he said we had some back and forth about the fetishes. So him getting caught for that, it depends on who. If I'm about to get married, if that's a deal breaker for you, I fucked up. That's it. But like you said, it might not be for everybody. Somebody else could have been like, "Just don't do that shit no more. Delete that bitch." Right. You know what I mean? Like, because it ain't like he physically touched her, but still, you still out of line for doing it. Because if she did that with a nigga, I would assume you've been touching this nigga. Like, I would assume it.
Yeah. I think for Monica,
it just depends on who it is.
I think for Monica, the fetishes were just probably too out of pocket. Because he was talking about some weird shit anyway. Because he was talking about, like, you know what I mean, niggas getting fucked in the ass and shit like that. So he probably said something to her that it might have disgusted her. She might have been like, you was talking about getting fucked and the girl licking it off her. Like it was probably disgusting.
I think it's both. I think it's that and the fact that you sending that to another woman.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was both for sure. But it was just like she was disgusted to talk about it. It was like, yeah, nigga, like I ain't know you was like that. I'm good.
I ain't know you was a freak, nigga.
If Stephen would have been with Marissa, she'd have probably been like, maybe. Why you didn't tell these to me? Rounds would have been like, what about me? Oh man.
So yeah, Stevens is definitely redeemable. He knew he fucked up. Yeah. Like it's I hate when people do that. Like if I admitted to being fucked, it ain't like I'm holding on. Like, well, I really didn't do nothing bad. That nigga said I fucked up. Like, what else you want me to do? You want me to keep explaining how I fucked up so y'all can keep calling me fucked up? I fucked up.
Like I'm good.
That's it. Like if you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. Don't text me no more then, huh? Why you keep texting me then, huh? Show them what you sent me last night then, since I'm so fucking bad, right? Right? Send them what you told me. Tell them what you told me yesterday. You want to come on the show and show out. But fuck both of them though for piling on Nikki D, man. They didn't have to say shit.
They didn't.
Yeah, they really didn't have to say shit. Like it's like I hate when women do that. Like, tell them what you said. Like, it's like, bitch, I shouldn't even told you that. But now you want to be up here like I told you some shit. Now who the fuck gonna trust? Now all his real partners back at home, like, oh, Steven, you be pillow talking about it, nigga. What you tell about us, nigga? Like you over here running your fucking mouth.
He ain't going fishing with them no more
at all. Cause you up here running your fucking mouth about what I did with y'all, nigga. We the boys. We like brothers, like Tim Zesty ass said. But you want to go out there and run your mouth. Tim ain't shit.
And the boy Garrett was just like, shit, ain't nothing wrong. They didn't even mention Garrett texting old girl.
Yeah, because Garrett and Tyler knew, like, nigga, let's get our shit out the way and be quiet. That nigga Garrett said, this is a very mature conversation. I can't wait for us to move on.
That nigga Garrett, he was like, yeah, I'm out here modeling and shit now, you know what I mean? I'm out here doing my thing. I think just sat there the whole time, just like, oh, this my saying shit.
I would have did the same thing. This don't got nothing. Don't ever look at nigga. My wife, I'm like, you got to handle that. Like, tell her to stop fucking pointing at me when she's talking about this shit.
Yeah,
I don't got shit.
Get your bitch, man. Check your bitch, bruh. I tell her what's really going on. I tell her what you got here.
You know I know shit about everybody up here, right?
Exactly.
They keep pulling me out. You know I know some shit about you too, nigga.
Exactly. We're just like, no, come on, Marcus. Was what that nigga said? Come on, Marcus. Are y'all talking about me? That nigga, y'all talking about me? Terry, tell everybody how you came to my house crying.
Nigga, I'll run down the whole table. Don't ever keep me out of this. I ain't saying shit. That's between y'all.
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah, I mean, interesting show, man.
Good show.
Very good show, nigga. 10 nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
That nigga did not deserve that good woman. Neither did fucking I almost called him Prince. Ramses. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, but well,
I guess Love is Blind. I guess I'll be tuning in early on the next season. Like I said, shows like this I hate doing because I get into them.
Yeah.
I want to have roundtable discussions with other relationships while I'm watching shit like this because I be having points. I be barking my points like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. At least the nigga said something. That'd be me. Like the nigga said something. No.
Me and my wife be going off on this damn show. She wanted to do a podcast for the show. I was like, man, I'm not doing that. I was like, it's too many. It's too much of a space. This is not like a continuous show.
The problem is your wife is just as opinionated as I am. So you and my wife y'all would be like Tyler and them just like that. Just not. And me and your wife be toe to toe. But I'm saying though, nigga, like, what if this nigga Brian had 2 bitches on the side? And nigga be like, why I gotta? Your mic is off. Your mic.
Oh, well, with me, I'm not passionate about anything that I don't care about enough. So it's just like if I see a person, any debate or any conversation that even I have with anybody, as soon as you start bucking up, like, you know what I mean, nigga, I swear, nigga, and it was like this, I'd have been like, okay, I'm still gonna believe how I believe. I still believe what I believe. You can be as loud as you want to.
You know, I don't. You know me enough to know I don't buck up. But I do go.
No, not buck up as like you gonna fight, but more of like you're like passionate.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not passionate enough about other shit. Like you'll see me passionate when it's like, yo, I'm standing by something about my life, something about my kids. That's different versus some strangers. I don't fuck what that nigga doing.
Right. So I get passionate but not the bucking because I know exactly what you're talking about with the bucking type because I don't like. It's like now you damn near trying to take shots at me because you're losing in a conversation. In your mind, you're losing in a debate about something that don't got nothing to do with neither one of us.
Right.
It's just a debate. It's just a back and forth conversation. But if you getting loud and then using words like bitch ass and fuck shit, and it's different. Like now you're taking shots at me. Like this ain't got nothing to do with the conversation now.
Like niggas that want to fight about sports. Like niggas be like, nigga, fuck your team. Like, what you saying? Like you trying to say fuck me?
No, they'll disguise it. They'll disguise it like you keep bringing up Kobe when we talk about Jordan. That's some bitch ass shit.
Like nigga, like whoa,
hold up, nigga, like,
like who you talking to?
Calm the fuck down, nigga. Like ain't you saying bitch ass shit ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
Like nigga, you can't even play basketball. Like come on, let's go outside right now. Like whoever make the first shot win. My leg hurt. Nigga, shut up. You play basketball since '86.
Yeah, so but that's why I don't watch. I like watching them, but I get into them. Yeah, I get into them.
I would be laughing and yelling the whole time. I would just like, oh, like, I'll be doing what?
I'll be doing that shit too.
Like shit.
Nigga, I was going off when she picked Ramses because of the moons. I was that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. I'm in there yelling because this nigga got moons. What the fuck that means? I'm hot.
Yeah, Cancer Leo. Like that's why you single. You trying to find specifics about a nigga's moons?
The moons ain't got nothing to do with this nigga being raised in a fucked up situation.
Exactly, because I wonder if she believe that shit now. What Ramses did, niggas a Cancer Leo and fucking got the fuck on up out of there.
No, she gonna start saying that gives me PTSD. You know how they flip that shit. Oh, you a Cancer Leo? That gives me PTSD. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't believe in birthdays. I don't believe in none of that shit. Don't worry about I don't believe in none of that.
Exactly. She gonna switch up. Fuck your birthday, nigga.
Anyway. Hey man, but that's the show, man. I fuck with it. I guess we're gonna be on next season with the black count if it's not black people.
It's gonna be in Minneapolis. They put 2 people up there. There's 1 black girl.
How do they do that? Like, how do you show? So you think it's already shot? The show's already shot?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a year. So it's like
Okay,
it's
so the
supposed to
show
come.
is already shot. Because
Yeah,
I was
it's supposed
talking
to
to
come
my
out in
wife.
February.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking to my wife about that. I was like, "How you gonna show this?" Because I'm looking at fingers. I'm like, "Don't nobody got a ring on unless they said take your rings off."
Probably. They probably
Like,
it's probably a couple probably right next to each other. You wouldn't even know it.
yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
Hide your ring. That's possible.
Yeah. So we shall see. It's definitely shot already.
Hmm. We gonna see, man. Love is blind. You get passionate, man. I would love to do a roundtable discussion with couples, but if you get loud and start barking,
I'll be like,
I love back and forth debates, but you cannot get loud and your passion can't turn into disrespect because you feel like you losing. If I
yeah,
feel like I'm losing, I lost. I don't give a fuck. I'll bow out.
it just is what it is. Like you feel your way about Tyler, I feel my way about Tyler. That's it. I ain't nothing else to talk about.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That nigga think Tyler killed it.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. I don't care about none of that shit.
I believe him, man. I believe him.
Yeah, he could be the best guy in the world. That's my opinion. What I see, I'm just like,
Oh no, I'm not. So I'm not. I'm not saying I believe that he don't got other motives. I don't know him. I'm saying I believe his story for not wanting to bring the kids. I believe that part.
Yeah, if I didn't want to bring my kids, nobody would have heard about him.
Yeah, but
not even a little bit. That would have been like, don't say nothing about my kids. She'd be like, well, it's about the experience. Don't say nothing about my kids.
but it's fucked. Because even you said like the world's going to know, so you wouldn't mention them, but then when the shit comes out, like, oh, he got kids he hiding, then how do you react?
Well, don't lie. So if you're gonna go on a show like this, so we're gonna take it all the way back to the beginning. So it's just like, if I got kids, I'm gonna tell you that I got kids, but I don't want to talk about the situation. So it's just like, yeah, I got 3 kids. Easy. Boom.
Oh, let me ask you this then. Do you say it in the pod or do you say it when we face to face? Like, do you wait till you
Well,
wait
if
till
we're talking about kids in the pod, I'm gonna tell you I got 3 kids in the pod. We talking about kids. If kids come up and I say I don't have kids, that's lying.
Okay.
So just like you be like, so how you feel about kids? Like, well, I got 3. You know what I mean? Like, now if it goes further into that, you know what I mean? He want to tell her more about it afterwards, then cool. But he did say he has 3 kids versus I don't have any.
Right. So okay, so I'm thinking maybe in the pod is where he explained all of this.
I mean, yeah, I don't know because it's like the way
I do. I want to know when it was explained.
right,
So I feel like you
because he brought it up later, like it was like on the show after the
Oh,
pause when they were living together.
So they said so from what she said, she knew about it already. She said we have to mention it. So I'm wondering when she found out about it. Because I don't think she found out that day.
It seemed like it.
No, it seemed like it for the show. She said because she even made examples. She was like, I was telling him he has to say more because he was. I said, "What do you know what the kids look like?" And that nigga said, "Nah, they don't know what I look like," or some shit. He said. She was like, you could tell he was lying in that. Like she was telling him they need to say something. He didn't want to say nothing though, so he just said some little bullshit. So I'm like, when did he break down the situation to her? Before he saw her, or it's like when did you? I wanted to know that part. Like when did you tell her everything?
Yeah. I thought it was all afterwards, but it's possible. I don't know. That shit it was edited like that nigga was lying. So it's like I don't know the real story, but from what it looked like to me, whoever edited that shit made that nigga look like wild.
Yeah, because he was lying.
Yeah. So it's just like, damn.
I just want to know. I just want to know when. But I don't know why it's important to me. But I want to know the timeline of when did he tell you before y'all got out the pod? And I feel like he told her in the pod, and he probably told the producers like, "Can y'all cut that out?" Because everything else he told her in that pod when he breaking down crying, talking about his life, it's like, why wouldn't you say that too?
Yeah.
Like that, so I could see him being like, she like, how you feel about kids? He's like, I already got 3, but this is the situation. Like breaking down the situation in the pod, but then telling the producers like, can y'all cut that out? Because I don't want my kids. You know what I mean? I don't want that exposure on them.
Yeah.
I want to know when he said it though.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. We ain't never find out. I'll tell you that shit.
We ain't gonna ever find. We ain't gonna ever find it. I was about to say maybe on the catch it. No, we ain't find it out at all. Or he might, they might go on Instagram and be like, "Let me tell you the real story."
Yeah, they're gonna be on the next season, sitting separate from each other.
Fuck.
on the reunion, like, yeah, we tried to make it work or whatever. Tyler gonna be on Zoom. Yeah. No, we tried to work it, niggas be yelling on Zoom. Yeah, we tried to work it out and shit, But at the end of the day, it was things that got crazy. I still love her.
We're still friends. We
still, it's still. I love you. I love you. What's her name? It's like, oh, that's unfortunate to see. You know what I mean?
I need to go find their Instagrams. I guarantee they had to, since everything is exposed, they had to come out and tell something.
They could have posted all of that shit and they didn't because that nigga punked the whole. They was like, hey, don't put none of that shit up.
No, he can't. He couldn't post nothing. Remember, they can't say nothing until after the reunion. They can't talk at all.
No, I'm talking about after reunion, how they like post other people's like, it's just like, hey, so what's up with all of this or whatever? With all these pictures, why you ain't bring up the kid's mom that had the whole conversation? Like, why does your kid's mom got a whole TikTok out saying all of this? If this is true, like what's going on? Like, I thought y'all was friends.
No, so that's why I said I want to see if they post now because I feel like he couldn't respond. So I want to see what he says now. Like now that the show is out, that's why I got to go find his Instagram. I got to find his and his wife's Instagram, the real Instagram, to see if they break this shit down.
Yeah, and
shut everything down.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I'll move back to DC, trying to figure things out,
Try to, what I mean? Me and Cheryl Swoops got cool again. We had another baby.
Don't ever call her Cheryl Swoops. Don't like Cheryl Swoops.
I don't know all of their names.
Cheryl Swoops.
She looked like one of the motherfuckers.
Cheryl Swoops is black. She looked like the tall one that was on Martin, the tall white one.
Dawn. No, not Dawn. What's her name? I forgot. Anyway.
Anyway, man, like, share, subscribe, talk back wherever. If you there, let us know how y'all felt about Love is Blind. And do y'all believe Tyler or not? Brian still think he a killer. I think he a good nigga.
That nigga's killing right now.
How you feel about fucking...
Say nothing, didn't I?
How you feel about Paul from the Temptations, a.k.a. Tim, with the fucking flared hands?
What was in my...
That nigga was flabbergasted about everything.
Man.
She said, y'all should go talking about... We don't have nothing to talk about.
Get your hands off me. All right, man, we out.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.